Our friends at Project Learning Tree have made a great activity to help you further explore food webs and how all living things connect in an ecosystem. It's called the Web of Life activity. You can find the link for it on the resources for this video. Do it by yourself at home or with family members, or if you're in the classroom, do it with your teacher and fellow students. Now I'm going to show you a way to do the Web of Life activity using items around your house. So let's take a look and see if we can't figure out more about how food chains connect within an ecosystem. As you can see here, I've gathered some cans of soup and other food from my pantry. And I've taken them and I've labeled them with different elements of an ecosystem. So you can just take a piece of paper and write it on there and tape it to the can, or get creative, draw a picture, make little cutouts. But in our ecosystem, we have a robin, a snake, grass, a frog, tree with acorns, a mouse, grasshopper, a squirrel, a hawk, and a plant with berries. Now you're going to need string or ribbon to do this activity. This is going to make your food chains. So of course, with any food chain, we start with the sun. So I'm just going to tape my string here to the side of the sun so that I don't have to stand there and hold it. And now we're going to connect the food chains. So the sun gives its energy to the plant with berries, which is then eaten by the robin. And as you can see, I'm just kind of wrapping it around the can. The robin is then eaten by the hawk. And there we go, we have one food chain. Well, let's go backwards, right? The hawk maybe eats a mouse, and then the mouse eats grass, and the grass gets its energy from the sun. Back at our starting point. There we go, we have another food chain. So let's try another one. See if we can't connect one more. So the sun gives its energy to the tree with acorns. The acorns are eaten by a squirrel. And the squirrel is also eaten by a hawk. And that hawk also eats a snake, which the snake might eat a frog, and the frog probably eats a grasshopper, and the grasshopper, maybe it eats the plants with berries, and then that goes back to the sun. And as you can see here, we have a nice web starting. These are all of our connecting food chains. And as we were going through it, you could see that some animals eat the same things, different animals eat different things, but it all is connected together in this web. And if we kind of move the web a little, you can see some of the cans move with it, or the strings shake a little bit. So what happens if we remove one of these living things from our ecosystem? Let's say we have no more squirrels. Their habitat was destroyed either by human activity or maybe a flood. Look at that, our web starts to fall apart. It's no longer connecting. Because if there's no squirrels, then there's less for the hawks to eat, and then the hawks start to have problems, and it just starts to fall apart. I encourage you to try this activity on your own at home. Research different ecosystems. See if you can try some different plants and animals and see how those food chains connect. Remember, all living things are connected in an ecosystem. So go out there and have some fun.